Just take a trip around the world.
Let's take a trip. I'm never playing, baby. Oh Lordy, I'm ready. So we're gonna get into this track number 2. It's called World. Now, when you hear this record, I'm talking about let's take a trip to places that I've never been. There's places that's not new under the sun, but if I haven't discovered it yet, then it's new to me, and I want to take a trip there. And sometimes it's more than a physical trip. It could be a spiritual, mental, emotional trip as well, to where that I'm depending on God, my creator, the source of it all, the seen and unseen. Grant me the ability to get on these trips that make me a better me. And so I was sitting in the studio where I'm at right now, and I was just getting these downloads, because I meditate a lot. 15-minute interval meditations. You don't have to be doing, we'll get into that, that's another segment. But once I got out of that meditative state of mind, that state, that song just presented itself to me. And it's like you're looking at the future, and the future is the consciousness of the mindset. We see the things that's going on right now in our world, and a lot of that stuff that's going on is a stale mentality. It's a stagnant, stale mentality that hasn't upgraded or evolved into something that's into a betterment. And when I say betterment, you hear things in our music as guns, violence, dope dealing, drug abuse, and all these different things. How is that bettering the community? I don't care if you say, oh, that's just what's happening. But the thing about it, if you want to change something, have a different look or a different vibe or something, we got to change what's in here for oneself. And then it could trickle down to the community. But if there's nobody out there, if nobody's out there making that happen and be raw funky with it, how will that happen? And a lot of times the stuff that there are people out in this world that is making that happen, but they don't get the same promotion. They don't get the same advertisement, the same marketing, because it costs money it costs hundreds of thousands of dollars just to be on one radio station, V103 in Atlanta, Georgia. It'll cost you about $100,000 just to try to make it break on there. Okay, like this thing of being an independent artist or just being an artist is more than just being a great talent. This takes finances and strategy and a whole bunch of things like that. And this album, this soundtrack, has nothing to do with wanting to be on the radio, wanting to be the billboards, wanting to be that person that could be like, yeah, I'm part of this and I'm part of... No. This is to disrupt that and not be a part of none of that. This is own lane. This is an own lane for that. So this is about the world that I perceive through my lens, what I'm seeing, what a lot of you probably out there can relate to. You can relate to the things I just said about this record previously. But the fact of the matter is, I want to be the vessel that can actually stand up and do something different without any worries about my contract. Because if I'm signing a contract to a major, they probably don't want to hear what the hell I got to say on track number 2. But the beauty about it is I was blessed enough to not have a major contract, so I can be freely speaking what I feel, what I know that needs to be said with no holdbacks. And I appreciate that, to where that at least this piece of work can actually stimulate somebody else's mind, stimulate somebody else's craft, stimulate the thing that gets them inspired and motivated to actually do something great with their talent, with their words that they use. I don't just go into this world and try to just spill out and blurt out anything, because it has to make sense. If you hear a cuss word or anything coming from this music that I'm making, it has inflection of a reason why it's being said. Any crescendo that you hear it's a purposeful thing. And I'm just actually guided by a supernatural power that actually lets me tap into those abilities to do it at the right time. And that's what I'm sharing with you. And this is what the world is about. The world is about your world, your individual world, and then what you perceive on the outside of your interior. And then once you start understanding that, you can be the creator, the co-creator of your reality. Again, you can be the co-creator of your reality. Thank you to the source of all things, seen and unseen. We are the resource. Let's go ahead and get back to this song.
Future, been tripping on this is our ride. Speed's going up to Mach 5. I'm seeing Martians coming up, check my alkaline. Melanated, eating melon straight off the vine. Maybe you can see it, yo. It's better when you feel it as you travel, that's divine.
Let's go up levels, use your mind.
Be careful.
Some medicine, doctors pushing the medicine.